Middle Tennessee is often referred to as the buckle of the Bible Belt. For cities and towns here like Murfreesboro, about 30 miles south of Nashville, it's still about God and country. But some residents of Murfreesboro believe that all-American feel may soon disappear, thanks to plans for a multi-million-dollar Islamic center in their backyard.
Within 17 days, they had approval to build this mosque, when there are other large congregations here in the community who some took as much as a year and a half to get the approval to build onto their facilities.
Local activist Laurie Cardoza-Moore says Rutherford County commissioners pushed through the mega-mosque with no public debate or input. Residents were shocked when they learned about the project.
We were asking our county commissioners, please, before we start and give the approval for construction of a mega-mosque, a 52,000 square foot facility for 200 people, can we please look into some of the people affiliated, the donors, who's funding, who's going to fund this mosque?
Many questioned why a small Islamic community of only about 250 families needs what would be one of the largest mosque complexes in America. This has been the site of the Islamic Center of Murfreesboro since 1997. The imam here says it's too small and they need to move. This is their preferred destination, just a few miles away. 15.2 acres of land that will include a mega mosque, an Islamic school, a gymnasium, a swimming pool, and living quarters for the imam.
We treated every particular religious organization exactly the same way.
Rutherford County Mayor Ernest Burgess told CBN he has no reason to believe that mosque leaders have, quote, any ill intent.
We have a Buddhist temple here. We have a Hindu temple here. I mean, we have, I believe still, based on our constitutional rights, the ability for people to worship in the way they want to worship.
Yet serious concerns have been raised about Imam Osama Balul and at least one board member of the Islamic Center. Balul is a distinguished graduate of Al-Azhar University in Egypt, where anti-Semitic and anti-American rhetoric is commonplace. He told CBN News off-camera that he condemned the terror groups Hamas and Hezbollah, and that Murfreesboro Muslims were just looking for a quiet place to worship. Yet he declined to appear on camera. Then there's Islamic Center board member Mossad Rawash. He was suspended from the board after pro-jihad slogans were found on his MySpace page. They've since been removed. A mosque spokesman told CBN News that Rawash is back on the board after being cleared of any wrongdoing. But locals also have other concerns, like where the millions of dollars are coming from to pay for the proposed complex. Mosque officials say the money was raised in the community. One local journalist told us she isn't convinced.
In other mosques, like in Boston and other areas where there have been huge mosques built, the funding did come from overseas, principally from Saudi Arabia, rich individuals primarily, Saudi Arabia and the UAE.
Murfreesboro is not alone. 2 more mega mosques are now being planned for Tennessee, one in Memphis and another near Nashville.
It does seem to be part of a larger strategy to build large mosques in rural areas and create Islamic communities, large Islamic communities in rural areas for some larger purpose.
Cardoza-Moore believes that purpose is clear in Middle Tennessee.
You have the Bible book publishers. You have Christian book publishers. You have Christian music headquartered here. So this is where the gospel message goes out.
Mega mosques are in the works from coast to coast. In addition to the 3 massive Islamic centers in Tennessee, the proposed Ground Zero Mosque continues to stir debate. One mosque was recently shot down in nearby Staten Island, New York, but a large mosque is currently in the works in neighboring Brooklyn. In Sheboygan, Wisconsin, and Portland, Oregon, 2 multi-million-dollar mosque projects have been given the green light. Another opened last year outside Boston, and a $10 million complex opened in Atlanta in 2008. Meanwhile, neighbors are protesting a planned mosque in Southern California, and there are now plans to build the first ever Islamic center in northern Kentucky.
Draws more Muslims to the area.
It's been estimated that as many as 80% of American mosques have received funds from Saudi Arabia, where the state religion is radical Wahhabi Islam. And intelligence sources tell CBN News that many American mosques have been infiltrated by the Muslim Brotherhood, an Islamist movement that seeks to establish Sharia law worldwide. We asked the mayor if he and the county commission were aware of these points.
I'm not informed about that. I don't have any.
You think you should be informed, though?
Well,
this is a big deal.
As a basic citizen, I should be informed about every issue that I possibly can be. But I can only enforce those rules and regulations that the state of Tennessee and the United States government and Rutherford County has authorized me to enforce.
The county commission is now taking a second look at local residents' concerns about the mosque project, including the environmental impact and traffic flow that would result.
I believe that we will stop this facility from being built.
Eric Stackelbeck, CBN News, Murfreesboro, Tennessee.